go get it. Photo poor, so photogenic. All my life I've been a go-getter. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it.
Yeah. Yeah. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate. Full from all of the bass. My ace boom going, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style on elevators could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm Deion Sanders on haters, this ice bucket dropping over their head with it. They should have cred with it. You either fight or flight, I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died but fed millions. With soul food flowed and stock my bad kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move, they gladly imitate it. I ain't flattered, I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The alpha and omega, promise it ain't nothing after. A new beginning. My catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I did make beats that's more for killing. Imagine if you come from the sci-fi, my city. You probably wouldn't make it, oh yeah, really. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. Ain't no mileage of $4 configure the road I travel. Don't gravel that probably baffle it. Label scribble on paper, they wanna shackle it. I own my masters and royalties, you can't raffle it. Wrist drip like a mango, fingertip like I'm Thanos. Knocking doors down, no bangles. Without a Kango, tailor-made. Walk with a limp, them bands is heavy, I need a brace. I am money, I guess the world is just a safe combination needed, not a coca key. I'm the extra lighter on the dresser. I know you need it, smoking out the competition, pouring up, we undefeated. What you heard, let's hear we eatin', talking about extra with a splash, extra acting bad, pull it like parades on parades, extra with the slab, pay what it cost for the tab, extra with the band, young Chris a king, better add extra on the. I go extra to be great, I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake, I got extras on the plate, I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. Come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey coach, put me in the game. They put me in, so I'm going in. You play for fun, I'm playing to win. Back on the wall, I'm ready for war. If I beat them before, I could beat them again. They thought I was done, I went on a run and beat all the odds and got even again. Watch what you say, I'm not one of them. When I jump in my bag, I could jump out the gym. Take a look at my legacy, I gotta let them see I'm out here winning, cause I'm on a mission. Put me in the game, cause the way I'm feeling, I honestly do not see no competition. I gotta get it, so it ain't no quitting. We jumped off the benches and jumped in the trenches. No one is better than all of us, and that's why all of us been winning from the beginning. It's more than a game, don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey coach, put me in the game.
my name, you come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name, I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey coach, put me in the game.
It's another one. We got another one. It's her. Who that? Big baby slide through in that drop top. Something by Benz looking cute. That's fine as her and her friends. Big blinks and snatch waist. Yeah, she brought the. Ain't no way somebody daddy ain't gon' give her the spins with her ends. Cause yeah, she did it. She did it again. A few more tracks and this time she bought friends. Big baby on her way up and showed the stairs to a man's. Now salute the general. TGLX got plans, yeah. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
They don't know what they in for. If it coming like this on the intro, what they here for? If they want the heat, you know who to send for your info. Buy my money like Venmo. This music don't work out. I know how to get it from my ends low. How you feel though? Cause hey, they can't rock with us. Galaxy ain't no stopping us. They ain't trying to steal my style. I'm feeling like I just shopping. Can't trust them cause they not my. Cause we worried about getting figures. All my ain't father figures. Just know my quick to pop it.
Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Washington Commanders and the Dallas Cowboys. The fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round. We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Pollard again. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And some room to work. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 47 yards for him already. An excellent drive to kick off this divisional round matchup. That might be an understatement. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Jabril Cox there on the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll try to throw now. Brissett. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up.
That's a great run right there on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Pollard again, and he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Tony Pollard punching it in from a yard away. And the Commanders are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and that makes the score 7-0. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. In motion comes the tight end left. Play action. It's Fields. Being chased out left. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Well, certainly not how they envisioned the start to this when you give up the touchdown and they take a shot on the first play from scrimmage offensively, Charles, but it gets intercepted.
Yeah, instead of just trying to nibble and, work your way downfield, they tried to take a nice little chunk there. It didn't pay off for them. Now the defense runs on the field, having already given up a touchdown the first drive, hoping to get their legs under them and slow them down.
And all those mistakes, they just seem magnified here in the playoffs. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd and 4.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
The kick by Lambeau is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line.
To throw is Fields. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A give left side to Cook. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Slot man moves right. Here's Fields. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That's good for a first down. He's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
And that's how you shake off the interception you throw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup.
Here's Fields. Looking here for Smith downfield. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And the Commanders are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
And partner, I think this is what long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Going to run again here with Pollard. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Off the play fake. Here's Brissett. And that is incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. Now Brissett on 4th down. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Just 3 catches in the wild card victory for him a week ago, and now he's got his first here, and it's good for a first down. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 84 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Brissett's throw complete there to Smith. He'll get it inside the 20, and he takes it in for a Commanders touchdown. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field, but if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if we turn to the next-gen stats, the final clocking, well, it's ridiculous. 22.5 miles an hour. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. It's Tariq Castro-Fields who picked it. And the Cowboys are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. From the 50, here's Fields. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And this is taken in at the 5. A big play here for Dallas. 45 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Meanwhile, here's a shot for the end zone right away, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. They'll give it to him up the middle. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Fields now to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The sack by the linebacker, Jamin Davis. Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. This just 32 yards officially from the right hash. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now a give here to Pollard. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 105 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Run for Pollard. And this is going to be a Commander's first down as good running gets him to about the 44. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Play action now. Brissett escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, kill. Hey, off. Middle.
They'll run with Pollard. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Right where this set of down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. On play action, Brissett. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will extend their lead even further. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Going deep here for Watkins. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Troy Apke. And the Commanders are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they've had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A final shot before the break. Fields. And I think the ball's out, and this one will actually go out of bounds, so no recovery, and that is how we conclude this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Now Pollard. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 126 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Pollard will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. They go play action with Brissett. Buying time to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Brissett. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Commanders continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead is now 24. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense.
It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Fields.
And this is caught by Watkins.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Cowboys.
On first down, Fields.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Now Fields. On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
They'll run it. Here's Cook.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Washington looking for another timeout, and they get it.
And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining, still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back.
Here's Fields on the sneak.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
Here's Fields on the sneak.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
The ball down at the 1 as they come up after the penalty on another 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Dalvin Cook. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Now Mike McCarthy going to decide to go for 2 here. Cook, they'll try and run it.
And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So we will start here at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Pollard. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 straight runs of 5 yards, 1st and 10.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Pollard, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Washington on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. And the tight end goes in motion left. Play fake. Brissett completes it to Samuel. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, clear running situation. Trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Pollard going to try the right side. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 33 and a 1st. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Here's Pollard again. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
Brandon, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Tony Pollard with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Commanders are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that pushes the lead up to 23.
Commanders 34, Cowboys 11.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And he is out of bounds here on the return.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Ready.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Fields throwing again. And that is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Set.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Cooks will come in motion right. And one last throw here for Fields. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. The Commanders are moving on as we say goodnight, everybody.